Well, welcome back to Hamilton Life, everyone. So we're going to talk about taxes. I can't believe they're going to have these done soon. Like, where is this year going already, Anthony? 3 ways to save more on your taxes. I mean, who doesn't like to hear that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, this is great. And you always have really good ideas for us. And I like the number one thing on here, which is keep organized.
Yes.
Because I think this is a lot of us have problems with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what? Canada's a great country, but I'm sure we'll all agree that we pay our fair share in taxes.
We sure do.
So this is tax season is upon us. We'll be having to file our income taxes soon, and I wanted to take a time today to show people some tips on how to save and get back some of those taxes that we're dishing out throughout the year. So I kept it simple and kept it to 3 points, but there's a lot of points that we could go on with this topic.
Yeah, and this is key because you're talking about bills and
Number
receipts.
one is
like
set yourself up for
those.
success. If
Right.
you want to take advantage of a lot of these tax saving opportunities, you have to keep some sort of record of that. So having the year starting off, go to Staples or go on Kijiji and buy yourself a file bin with some file hangers. You could do something like that, or open up a file on your computer and have a spot that you save all of your statements and receipts that you get. There's scanners now. But that's one thing, that have a filing system to store all your bills. You don't want to have that junk drawer with all the papers that you're unfolding and ironing out. Yeah, we're all guilty of that, myself included.
Super guilty, yeah.
Second benefit is understanding the difference between tax deductions and tax credits.
Okay.
So there's like a perfect example. A tax deduction reduces your income. So in Canada, the more money we make, the more percentage of tax we pay.
Right,
so
there's brackets,
there's
right?
Tax
it's
brackets.
This much, then it goes up to this percentage. And
yeah,
that
so
percentage.
the higher the income, the higher the tax percentage you'll be charged as a bracket. Now, a tax deduction helps lower your income. So a perfect example of a tax deduction is the RSP.
Okay.
So if I put $10,000 hypothetically into my RSP, if my income is $50,000 for the year and I claim that $10,000 tax deduction for the RSP contribution, now I bring my income down to $40,000.
Which is nice because it drops you a tax
Yeah, so
bracket.
I'll pay a lot less tax. And if the company had already taxed me throughout the year at 50, that's what will trigger the tax refund.
Nice.
So that's a tax deduction. It reduces your taxable income that gets taxed.
All right, what about credits?
A tax credit reduces the amount of taxes that you're paying overall. So if I have, let's say I make $50,000 for the year and my total taxes are $15,000 that I paid out in income taxes, if I have $5,000 worth of tax credits, that lightens the load, so I can get money back. If I've already been taxed, again, that will trigger a refund. But if I have to owe money, that helps soften that payment.
Right, yeah.
It offsets the payment that you have to
great.
pay. And now there's a lot of different benefits out there. The one thing that's great about Canada is we got a great country. We have a lot of tax we pay, but there's a lot of advantage that we can take it and incorporate into our tax
Which
planning.
will save us money.
But a lot of people just they miss the boat on it. They just don't want to put in the effort, and they go and they get their income taxes done.
Which is kind of funny because we'll complain about how much we pay in taxes,
but we don't do anything about it to save on it. And this is a big opportunity to save, like, not only just a few $100s, but thousands each year. What I want to zero in on, there's a lot of them: public transit, childcare expenses, the children's fitness credit and art credit. There's 2 different credits there. But what I want to focus on here is this registered disability savings plan. It's one that a lot of people don't realize, but people who qualify and are eligible for the disability tax credit, and many reasons why you could qualify for the disability tax credit. You could be diabetic, you could have loss of hearing, vision impaired, it could be a mental disability, it could be physical. All of those reasons that could qualify you for the disability tax credit, if you're already receiving that, you could open up a registered disability savings plan. And how this plan works is it's kind of like a souped up RSP, where if you were to save into the disability savings plan, the government has a matching program. So if you have income that's less than $90,000 a year, the first $500 that you save in this disability savings plan, you get 300% refund back. So for every $500, for the first $500 you put in, they'll give you back, the government, an additional $1,500 to add to the account. And that grows tax deferred. And if you pay, so I just did some math here, the next $1,000 that you contribute, you get a 200% return. So this is like, you can't get any kind of investment that's going to deliver this kind of impact right away.
Amazing.
And even for people who are making over $90,000, $90,000 is generous income to begin with.
Sure it
but
is,
if you're
yes.
in that position where you are over $90,000, you still get a 100% matching. So if I were to save $1,000, I would get back from the government an additional $1,000. So to give you an example, someone who's under the income level of $90,000, if they were to save out of their own pocket $1,500 of their own money under the Registered Disability Savings Plan, they would end up receiving $3,500 back from the government, making their total annual savings of $5,000 a year.
Wow.
And that could really add up over the years. And because of that opportunity, there's a lot of companies out there that prey on helping people get qualified for this plan, and they say, if we help you get this money, which is coming from the government, they'll help you fill out a form that should be like a nominal fee to do, but they'll take a percentage of what you're getting back.
Which is hard.
So that's really preying on people for bad reasons. So
great ways, 3 ways to save more on taxes, and then some. Always a pleasure to have you on, Anthony.
Thank you
so much. For more details, you can check out Anthony's website, capfinancial.ca. You can also give him a call at 905-297-1179, and always email him, and it's Cap Financial. It's always good info. You know, I get a lot of good feedback on you, and people are like, you make it make sense, which I love.